Today is day 8 of my little wandering adventure. I dropped off this little ledge thing here and tried to get out of the breeze so it doesn't mess up the mic on my camera here. It's kind of cool place though. I'm in Arizona. Got them one of my little desert spots. I'm gonna do a little day hike in. It was hot. The sun was down yesterday and it was still over 90 degrees. Which makes things difficult when you're living in your vehicle because a thing heats up to like 8,000 degrees in the daytime, and then if it's not cooling off at nights, it did cool off. It cooled off more than 90. I don't know what it got to last night, but it was a little better than 90, but still hot. So sleeping hot, and but I'm curious how tonight will go if I sleep in my car tonight. Even in a tent, that mesh doesn't always breathe very well. It just it still holds a good amount of the heat, and yeah, so it's just hot. Even if I sleep out in the open, it's just hot right now. This breeze is nice though. It kind of kicked on this morning, and it's warmer outside of my car than inside, so I don't know, trying to figure out that whole game. But anyway, I wasn't sure what I was going to do today, but I decided, because I'm in this area near my juniper tree, my lone juniper tree I call it. I've done some video stuff in that area before and talked about it in my book, I think. Anyway, I'm going to go check in with my tree. Seemed like the right thing to do. And then I'll wander from there. I think I'm going to start filming a little less, just because that seems to be good for how I roll, especially now that I'm at the end of my drive. Like, this is kind of the furthest south I was going, and from here I'm just kind of wandering around until I start the trip back. So when it's kind of an interesting thing when you're trying to do the wandering thing is you have that loose destination. You know, for me it was get down here to the desert. And so all along the way, even though I was wandering along that path, there was still sort of a destination. Now I'm here, and this is really where the true wandering begins, because that part of your brain that loves to have the destination, the plan, the goal is lost. And that's a beautiful thing. It can be a not so beautiful thing if you try to stay in that part of your brain. So this is where I try to take some extra steps to try to get that wandering energy summoned, you know. And one of the things that I do is, or one of the things that seems to help me, is to not film as much. I'll still film some stuff, so I'll still have some stuff to share, but the check-ins and kind of like this kind of dialogue going on, I might have to do a little less of that, just because it interrupts something when I'm in this mode. So yeah, hoping to do some wandering today. Hoping to figure out the game with the heat, because that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, and yeah, I'll go from there. Beautiful morning though. I'm gonna go witness it, I guess I should say. Okay, I'm trying to hide from the wind again. I went back to my vehicle and got my other pack and my camping stuff. I went out there to my juniper tree and hung out for a bit and decided I needed to go sleep there tonight. So I'm gonna head out there and do that. It's gonna get hot. I brought my tent. The mesh doesn't always breathe well. It's kind of nice this time of year to be in your tent so the snakes don't snuggle with you. I saw my first rattlesnake today, actually. But rattlesnakes don't usually, I don't think they really like to cuddle up with a larger object than them. They know they're smarter than that usually. Other things scorpions like to crawl underneath your mats, and the main thing really is these little insects that are flying around in the evening. Just don't feel like getting bit and buzzed around all night. So I like being in the enclosed mesh when possible. But yeah, it's surprising when it's hot out how much that mesh just does not breathe. But there's some good breeze coming through. It might just be that morning wind that happens sometimes. But yeah, maybe we'll. And I'll probably chase the shadow of that juniper tree during the hottest parts of the day and see if I can hang out here for a little longer. Definitely like being with this place, but I am a mammal, and mammals exist better in early morning, late evening, or night in the hot times of the desert. So I'm gonna do what mammals do and go hide in the shade. I probably won't set up my my tent until this evening. That way it doesn't turn into a sauna. Right, it is windy up here, and but I got the shade of this juniper tree. It's just a small juniper tree that's been through a lot in its life, but it gives a little shade, and I appreciate it. And this wind is helpful too, because already it's getting hot and it's peeling the heat right off me. There's no water out here, so I can't like refill or filter water. So I had to pack in all my water. Hopefully I brought enough. I can always do a run back to the vehicle if I need to. So yeah, that's mostly what's in my pack is water. But yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here, this place. If it's gonna work with the water I brought and stuff, I'm gonna need to conserve my water, like I was saying before, and hang with the shade, not overdo it. And then as it starts to cool, then I can wander around. But like I say, I don't want to film too much. I don't want to interrupt too much of this wandering process, because it is a good thing. But I'll try to share a little bit, just because I think that's important too. This beautifulness is worth sharing.